Hello and welcome to Supply Chain Today. There are several key issues that are likely to impact the supply chain in 2023 and the coming years. Here are a few examples. Sustainability. There are several ways in which sustainability could impact supply chains in the coming years, including increased demand for sustainable products and practices. Consumers and businesses are becoming more environmentally conscious and are demanding more sustainable products and practices. This is likely to lead to an increase in demand for products and services that are produced in a more sustainable manner and may require supply chains to adapt to meet this demand. Changes in regulations and standards. Governments around the world are introducing new regulations and standards to promote sustainability in supply chains. This could include requirements for companies to reduce their carbon emissions, water use, and waste, as well as to adopt more sustainable practices. Increased focus on the environmental impact of supply chain activities. Companies are likely to increasingly focus on the environmental impact of their supply chain activities, such as transportation and manufacturing, as they seek to reduce their environmental footprint. This could lead to the adoption of more sustainable practices, such as the use of renewable energy, the optimization of routes and transportation modes, and the use of more environmentally friendly materials. Changes in the way companies think about sustainability. As the importance of sustainability increases, it is likely that companies will shift their focus from short-term financial gains to long-term sustainability. This could lead to changes in the way companies think about their supply chains and the way they make decisions about sourcing, production, and distribution. Technology, including artificial intelligence, AI, the Internet of Things, IT, and blockchain, is likely to continue to transform supply chains in the coming years. Here are a few ways in which these technologies could impact supply chains. Increased automation. AI and the IoT are likely to drive the automation of many tasks and processes within the supply chain, including forecasting, demand planning, and inventory management. This could lead to more efficient and accurate supply chain operations, but it could also have an impact on jobs, as some tasks may be automated. Improved visibility and traceability. The use of IoT sensors and blockchain technology can provide real-time visibility into the location and status of products and materials within the supply chain. This can help companies to improve the efficiency of their operations and reduce the risk of delays or errors. Enhanced collaboration and coordination. AI and blockchain technology can facilitate better collaboration and coordination between different parts of the supply chain, including suppliers, manufacturers, and logistics providers. This can help to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the supply chain as a whole. Improved risk management. AI and the IoT can help companies to identify and mitigate risks within the supply chain, such as bottlenecks or potential shortages. This can help to improve the resilience and stability of the supply chain. New business models. The integration of technology into the supply chain may lead to the development of new business models, such as on-demand production and subscription-based models. Globalization. Globalization is likely to continue to have a significant impact on supply chains in the coming years. Here are a few ways in which globalization could impact supply chains. Increased trade. The globalization of supply chains has facilitated the growth of international trade, allowing companies to access new markets and sources of raw materials and labor. This can help to increase efficiency and reduce costs, but it can also expose companies to new risks and challenges. Changes in the location of production. Globalization has led to the outsourcing of production to countries with lower labor costs, which can help to reduce costs for companies. However, this can also lead to increased complexity in the supply chain and expose companies to new risks, such as political instability and natural disasters. Increased competition. The globalization of supply chains has increased competition within many industries, as companies seek to access new markets and lower their costs. This can lead to pressure on companies to innovate and adapt in order to remain competitive. Changes in consumer preferences. The globalization of supply chains has led to increased exposure to different cultures and consumer preferences. This can lead to changes in consumer behavior and the demand for different types of products and services. Changes in regulations and standards. The globalization of supply chains has led to the development of new regulations and standards to govern international trade and protect the interests of different countries. This can create compliance challenges for companies operating in multiple countries. Overall, the globalization of supply chains is likely to continue to have a significant impact on businesses in the coming years. It will be important for companies to stay abreast of these changes and adapt their supply chains accordingly in order to remain competitive and manage the associated risks and challenges. Talent. The talent shortage is likely to continue to be a key issue for supply chains in the coming years. Here are a few ways in which the talent shortage could impact supply chains. Difficulty in attracting and retaining top talent. The supply chain industry is facing a talent shortage, with a growing gap between the skills needed and those available. This could make it more difficult for companies to attract and retain top talent, which could impact the efficiency and effectiveness of the supply chain. Changes in the nature of work. The talent shortage could lead to changes in the way work is organized and carried out within the supply chain. For example, companies may need to rely more on automation and technology to fill the gap left by a shortage of skilled workers. Increased training and development. The talent shortage may lead to an increase in training and development programs as companies seek to build the skills of their existing workforce. This could lead to increased investment in human resources and employee development. Changes in the way talent is sourced. The talent shortage could lead to changes in the way companies source talent, such as an increased reliance on temporary or contract workers, or the use of remote or virtual teams. Changes in the way talent is managed. The talent shortage could lead to changes in the way companies manage talent, such as an increased focus on employee retention and engagement. Resilience. Resilience in the supply chain refers to the ability of a system to withstand and recover from disruptions, such as natural disasters, pandemics, and geopolitical instability. These types of disruptions can have significant impacts on supply chain operations, including disruptions to the availability of raw materials and components, transportation and logistics issues, and changes in consumer demand. One way that companies can increase the resilience of their supply chain is by diversifying their sources of supply and building relationships with multiple suppliers. This can help to mitigate the risks associated with relying on a single supplier, who may be more vulnerable to disruptions. Another strategy for increasing supply chain resilience is to implement robust contingency plans that outline the steps to be taken in the event of a disruption. These plans should include provisions for alternative sources of supply, alternative transportation and logistics solutions, and strategies for managing changes in demand. In the coming years, it is likely that the impact of natural disasters, pandemics, and geopolitical instability on the supply chain will continue to be a significant concern for companies around the world. As such, it will be important for companies to proactively address these risks and work to increase the resilience of their supply chain in order to minimize the impact of disruptions on their operations. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts or questions on this topic, leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest supply chain trends and insights.